What up, guys? So I'm here with John from Tampa. He's traveling and he stopped by to get some rolling in. We met in Maine last year, and he's going to be my uke for the video. So I'm going to show you guys just some really simple, so this will be a super basic video on some rear naked choke style variations that you could use, and I'll kind of give you stories behind why I use them or when I use them the most. So we'll jump in back mount here. We're inside, we've got back mount, we're gonna go for the rear naked choke. A couple basic details, obviously. We get underneath the neck. For me, whenever I do a rear naked choke, I'm always trying to punch my elbow through, and I'm almost turning my chest to the ceiling. A lot of times people do this and their choke gets very easily stopped because the person can grab very quickly, right? So if I punch and I get my elbow through, my hand can get all the way back here and secure on the shoulder, which makes it a lot harder for him to grab. And I get both sides of the carotid arteries pinched, so it makes it a much more secure choke. From there, remember, don't do like the Macarena out with your hands here to try to bring it out, because obviously you can defend that. So the basic one that you can use, or two of them, one, you can go palm over top of knuckles, slide it right into position, or in some cases you can push the head and then take your elbow over top and secure that bicep grip there as well to finish. Now here's a couple of the variations. A lot of times, especially when I was a blue belt, I used to use this one all the time. I still do to some degree to this day. A lot of times on the choking arm side here, where we're laying on our side, okay, I would go underneath and get underneath the neck. And almost always, as soon as we touch, they come up to grab and I can grab the arm. Now when you grab here, you're grabbing right at the knife hand to have better control. If I grab at his forearm, he can easily straighten this out and push out of there, boom. Opposed to if I grab this here, I can hold and I pull it into his chest, and then we cup the shoulder here. Now again, we have to have this depth on the arm. It doesn't work if we're here very well, right? We want to be here. Now to finish, we connect our chin to the wrist, and then here's the big deal. It's not gonna be just an arm squeeze. Like I get here, if John just sort of fights it a little bit, if I just squeeze, that's not gonna work with my arm. So what you wanna do instead is you wanna pinch your knees together, clamp your heels down, and extend your whole body here, and then get the finish, right? So it's a whole body movement, right? You wanna bring your whole body into the submission rather than just simply try to squeeze with your arms. Now, another variation of a rear naked choke that I really like, when I'm playing on this choking arm side, right? So, by the way, when I say choking arm side, I mean, like if we were here, we've got our control arm, our secondary hand, that would be that. But when I've got the choking arm on the bottom, that's what I mean by that. So one of the ways that I play this position is I will come up to my elbow and lean in here, and I'll sort of break this rule of having two choking arms at once for a few different reasons. One of the reasons is even if his chin's tucked, I can get in and grab his chin and start to pull it out, and then from here, shooting underneath. And then from here, I've got this bear hug choke where I cup the shoulder, grab my own wrist. I'm grabbing my own wrist to secure the grip. So this way, if he tries to grab my wrist back here, he can't get a hold of it. So he can't grab the actual choking arm anymore. And then from here, put our head on the other side, and squeeze everything together, use our body, right? So that's one more variation. The last one, and this is more for MMA, at least for me, is when I get back here, sometimes, let's say that we're in a really, like a fight, and a lot of times MMA, I would have these gloves on and it was very hard to secure. The guys could easily grab. So what it would be was it'd be a peel and then a secure here, right? Bringing my hand over, or my head over top to secure the grip, and at the same time pulling everything back. Now, again, I'm not necessarily pulling straight on the neck. In a fight or like a match, I would do that, but in the gym, I'm not gonna do that kind of thing because I just wanna get a good clean choke. So I'm getting here, if he grabs on, I peel those grips off and immediately come back here and finish. And again, the same idea is true. We're trying to squeeze the neck right inside there to get the finish. And for me, a lot of times that was a little bit easier with the bulkiness of the gloves than trying to get that arm in just like that. So I can get right there and get secure. So that's just a few different variations of the rear naked choke. I shared those with my students. Hopefully some of those details or ideas help you out. So I'm finished. Talk to you guys next time.